Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. Let's just get this going. We've done this one first. Okay, welcome everyone to, can you see me? Almost, hold on. Welcome to the Edible Spirit Equinox live stream. It's very exciting. Here we are on Facebook. For Facebookies, so you guys can see. Ooh. Welcome to the ritual. I wonder if you've ever done a ritual with us before. If you haven't, we do mini rituals every 2 weeks on the new and full moons. We do live streams where we give you a little astrology check-in as well as a live reading and a live reading for your elements of earth, air, water, fire, and ether. And then we also give you a little suggestion for mini ritual. We do those twice a month on the new moon and the full moons. But this is a very special moment. This is the equinox. This is not a lunar moment. This is a solar moment. This is about the sun. This is one of the great cross-quarter days of the year when the sun changes signs and when the world changes seasons. So we get together. For those of you who've never done one of these rituals before, we try to make it as easy as possible on you. We give you that little astro update. We do a little bit of reading, and then we give you some suggestions for ritual, typically in the new moon, full moon streams. But today, we're actually going to do the ritual for you with all of the accoutrements that you all can see. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. I don't know exactly what's going to happen reading-wise, whether it's going to be a card reading or whether I'm just going to channel for you. And then we're going to do the ritual. And what's really cool about this is that ritual is not as complicated and esoteric as we think it is, right? Our daily practice, the way we shower can be a ritual, or you could just take a bath, or you could bathe in the same way every day, and then all of a sudden it becomes a ritual. Why is it a ritual? It's because you're showing up at regular intervals to become fully present and aligned with the energies that are present in that present moment. And it's not just an arbitrary moment. It's not like a bank holiday. It's not like, you know, it's not like hi everyone. It's not like a random. It's not like a random moment. The reason we have equinoxes and the reason we celebrate new moons and full moons is because they are easily observable phenomena. They are phenomena that affect everybody who can see them, and even if you can't see them, it affects you, because if we didn't have a sun or a moon, the Earth wouldn't be spinning stably. So there's a law that's bandied about in the esoteric circles. It's called the Hermetic axiom. It means as above, so below, as within, so without. So the idea is that whatever you have going on in the world around you has a measurable resonance or a counterpart within you. Whatever you have going on within you is also happening outside of you. Over time, it becomes clear that the difference between the insides and the outsides is really negligible, right, at best, and that everything affects everything. And we learn more and more and more about this. So when we pause to do ritual, we gather at a significant moment of massive cosmic phenomena having to do with the sun and the moon, observable phenomena, and we do our practice to align with those moments. So it's very simple. What we do, the first thing we do is we create sacred space. And what I've done here for you is I've gathered aspects of all four elements. We have air in the east, which I've got some sage. I've called in the elements of air and Archangel Raphael. And we've got little symbols of wings and sage and copal and wonderful smudges that you'll see smoking. In the south, we've called in the spirits of fire, Archangel Michael. We've called in our ancestors. We've called in our inner children. We've called in, we have some booze here because we've been working with some writers in spirit who like to drink booze. And for whatever reason, I felt like putting it in the south. In the west, we've got the element of water, which we've called in, the energy of the goddess and of one of my favorite goddesses, Oshun. We've offered honey over there and sweetness, and we have a little symbol of water. So air, fire, water, and then Earth is in the north. I got a little picture of my dad when he was young and hot. He was always hot, but he wasn't always young. We've got a crystal, right, to symbolize the Earth, and I've got some little keepsakes from my grandparents too, who I love over there. In the middle, we've made offerings of pumpkins and leaves and all of this wonderful stuff. And if you don't have it now, it's okay, you can do it later, but we've got grapes. We've got delicious grapes, which are going to be used in our ritual. So if you haven't tuned in before, you'll know, you won't know that I'm not an astrologer. If you have tuned in, I'm not an astrologer, but I like to work intuitively with astrology because they are these observable phenomena. And what happens is when we bring in all 4 of the elements and call on all 4 of the directions, and we connect with Mother Earth below us, and we call on the sky and all of our guides and all of the spirit beings above us, sacred space opens. And in sacred space, everything has meaning, and the distinction between above and below is nil. It's null. When we open sacred space, we acknowledge the 4 points of the compass, the earth below us, the sky above us, and then, if you will, join your hands together right now at the heart and honor the 7th direction. You bow your head to the 7th direction, the center of yourself, the center of myself, the center of all selves, the one heart, the one center. We bow to the 7th direction, and we open sacred space, and we declare our intention. We are here to honor the equinox, the moment when the sun moves into Libra, the moment of equal day and equal night in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, really. We are here to honor this moment, to invoke the principles of harmony and balance, and to proceed through this season, in harmony, with grace, with beauty. Okay, so the space is open. I'm going to keep talking for just a moment to call in some more of these influences, and then we'll move into the stuff that we're going to make you do with your pen and paper and with your grapes. But for now, feel the energy from your right hand and your left hand pressing into each other. Yeah, if you've taken your hands down from your heart, bring them back together again. And feel what balance feels like. Equal parts of right and left. And feel that central space right in between them. And know that that is the energy that Libra calls in, that the sun moving into Libra calls in. Okay, you can let your hands go and just chill. So whenever the sun goes into a cardinal sign, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer, right? We start a new season. So that's what's actually going on. The sun is moving into Libra. It's exact today at 6:54 p.m. Pacific time. For some of you, tomorrow, the 23rd, early in the morning over in Europe. And we're leaving the sign of Virgo, which is a very methodical, forward-moving sign. Also, today, Mercury and the sun are conjunct each other. So we are thinking about ourselves. We're analyzing ourselves. There's an energy that helps us to look, not necessarily critically, but to look thoughtfully at ourselves. After the summer that we've just been through, the last 3 months, which was mostly characterized by Mars energy and Mars retrograde energy of what do we want and how do we get what we want, and learning all of the lessons about what we want and how we go about getting what we want. In a couple weeks, the sun is Venus is gonna go retrograde, and Mars will be out of the picture. And basically, we're gonna shift from an outward moving energy and learning lessons about everything that we do and everything that we want into learning about our inward moving energy. So instead of learning about aggression and accomplishment, we're going to be learning about attraction and magnetism. Okay, so Libra, and that's Mars and Venus, right? Mars retrograde, which characterized the summer, and our hunch is that Venus retrograde is going to characterize most of the fall. Okay, so right in between the Mars and the Venus is today, the fulcrum of the scale, Libra. Today is the day of Libra. Today bangs a gong, dings a bell, and says everything that happened before this is before this. Everything that happened after this is after this. And shit's gonna balance out. Libra is the sign of the scales. Libra is the sign of justice. So our hunch is that whatever you've created throughout the summer, whatever you've been struggling with, whatever you've been fighting with, whatever you've been fighting for, right, is humming along. It's kind of chugging along. By October 8th, there shouldn't be anything else in your way except for Venus retrograde, right? Except for a totally new way of learning, which is now that you've gone for everything that you've gone for, now that you've tried, now that you've worked, now that you've fought, now that you've faced your challenges, what are you radiating? What are you vibrating? And therefore, what are you attracting to you? So I think it's just going to go over in this energy. I can talk, but I can show you. It's like all of a sudden we've been like, oh God, whoa. And now it shifts literally today into, whoa. Okay. And the challenge is, this is my guides working with us. The challenge is are you an asshole or not? Do you even care or not? Have you been working on yourself? Have you been working on your urges? What's going to make you feel juicy? Have you been going for it? If you have and you've learned some lessons about it, chances are you've let a lot of shit go. You've let people go. You've let, even to some extent, dreams go. Just let a lot of shit go, right? If you haven't let it go, you're going to still be in this really aggressive, forward-moving energy. And so what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks is this really aggressive, forward-moving energy is going to come at you. So, perfect. Okay, so little did we know we were just calling in the energy of the equinox. I would ask you to pick up some of your grapes, if you got them. Get your pen and paper ready. And I want you to hold on to these grapes. Ooh, I got some good ones. Ooh, grapes. Ooh, grapes. Ooh, grapes. Yes, grapes. Okay, grapes. So, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're dealing with fall, right? I haven't quite figured out how to deal with equinoxes for our Southern Hemisphere homies yet, but we'll come back to that another day. I want you to hold your grapes. Because when we think about the astrological new year and these cross-quarter points, right, all of this is making the ritual stronger. Don't worry, it's getting thicker, okay? Aries is in March, and that's the new year, that's the spring. Cancer is in June, summer, right? That's the summer. During Aries, we create new intentions. We start our year afresh, our astrological year afresh, because Aries is the first sign and it has just this big popping off energy. In the summertime, we look at what's been growing and we look at what is sort of blooming and sprouting and what needs to be nurtured, okay? What needs to be nurtured. So it's a little bit, what have we planted and what are we nurturing and it's growing? We move through the whole summer and everything's growing and getting pretty damn fruity. Pretty damn grapey fruity, okay? So this is the fruit of the summertime, okay? So now we're moving into the fall and we're talking about harvest. We're talking about trimming back what we don't need and enjoying what we got. So what I would ask you to do is to take your grapes and hold them up against your heart. And remember that you are the fruits of your labor. All of the intentions that you've planted since March, all of the dreams and thoughts, urges, demi-urges, passing fancies that were seeded in March. Just think about one of them or two of them that you started in the spring and feel them growing inside of you and check in with yourself once you get to the summer. Right? If you're not seeing lots of stuff, don't worry. Just feel yourself growing, okay? Growing and getting swole like grapes. Once you get to the summer, things start to build a little bit. And the energy doesn't stop building then. It keeps building. It builds, builds, and builds, and builds until now, until we get to the fall. And I want you to ask yourself, what is still alive in me? What is swollen? What urges? What desires? What do I want that doesn't feel far away, that feels like it's right here, that just feels like it's right here? I've been working really hard on cultivating my voice, on training my voice, on singing, on working. So that's right here. My voice is right here with me. Been working on getting these streams in orders. These streams are right here with me. Been working on a lot of relationships, a lot of love. My love is here with me. My loves are here with me. So I'm just thinking about work and love, really. And now think about something that is ready to be let go of. Something that's ready to be trimmed, something that's ready to be weeded, something that's ready to be burned off or shorn back. Okay, and now what I'd love for you to do is set your grapes down and just make some notes about those little things. Just write some little notes down about what is growing, what's been growing, what has grown through the whole spring and through the whole summer that's still with you. So yeah, like newer projects and newer intentions and newer things like that, that's fine too if you've got something newer. But really we're working with not just short-term lunar cycles, which are cycles of ebbing and flowing and waxing and waning that span, you know, a week to 2 weeks to a month. But when we go into the equinox, we're talking about stuff that's way more long-term. So what has been growing? What have you been nurturing for these 2 seasons, right? That now, bitches, is ready to be fruited, that's ready to be enjoyed, that you're ready to enjoy, that you're ready to sink your teeth into. What are you ready to sink your teeth into now, right? And what's getting in your way? What's annoying? What's preventing your enjoyment of sinking your teeth into the deliciousness? Okay, what is it? What is it? What is it? What needs to burn? What needs to be shorn? What needs to be trimmed? What needs to be cut back? Okay, got it, got it, got it. Here, so now this is really cool. So just so you guys know, since as above, so below is true, but the distinction between above and below is eradicated in sacred space, we can actually intend to send you clearing, right? Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube at EdibleSpirit.com/live or on Instagram, clearing your punanis, okay? Not that they need clearing, but, you know, cobwebs can gather, right? And men have punanis too. And NBs have punanis too, right? We all have etheric punanis. So we're clearing out the punanis. Clearing out the equinox punanis. A little for mine. Oh, it's working. Okay. Yeah, so fun. I printed it on this astrological chart, and I don't care about it anymore because we're in the zone. So now that you've written out not new intentions, but what have you been nurturing and what is ready to be trimmed back and what is ready to be swollenly sunken your teeth into, I want you to do one more thing. You can write this, but if you're ready to get into the grapes, you can just pick up the grapes, but you can write on your paper, I promise to enjoy the fruits of my labor and to do my maintenance like I'm eating grapes. Okay? Now, this is the fun part. Wait, so what was that? I promise to enjoy the fruits of my labor and to do my maintenance like I'm eating grapes. So this is basically our ritual today. I didn't know where the guides were going to take us with this. So what you're going to do now is hold those intentions. Yes. Okay, hold those intentions deeply inside of yourself and pick up those grapes and know that those intentions are written and they're right there. And you're going to hold the grapes to your heart again and just think about how chill and calm and luxurious you can be while eating your grapes. I want you to eat some of these grapes like somebody's feeding them to you. Don't just start shoving them into your mouth. Because what happens is when we open up sacred space and we set an intention like this, we call in all the elements and we call in all of our guides and our spirits and our ancestors and our energies, which I did. So even if you didn't do it, they showed up for you because you showed up for us, okay? When we do all of that and we set a harmonic, we can carry that harmonic through until the next similar cycle. So if we do this now, we may just get this energy to carry us through all the fucking way to the winter. So what I'd like you to do, if you don't have grapes, please sip your coffee, drink your tea, charge your shit with energy, charge it with your intentions, with what's been growing, with what's been fruiting. Promise to enjoy the fruits of your labor and to do your maintenance like you're eating grapes. or being fed grapes, and then spend a moment and eat it as luxuriously and delicately as you can, or indulgently. Oh wait, let's go for it like this. And just think about how beautiful and harmonious your life is. If it's not beautiful or not harmonious, don't think about that part. Forget that part. Don't worry about what's not beautiful and harmonious. Because even if only this much of your life is beautiful and harmonious, that's what's in this sacred space. And that's what's going to expand all the way until winter. If you're with loved ones and you're doing something like this, I would say make a whole little evening about it. Charge a whole meal. Talk about your intentions. Feel your intentions. Feel. Are you eating your grapes? Don't stop eating your grapes, bro. What is blooming in you even as it works right now? As you eat your grapes, it's like you're energetically doing your maintenance. Like this. Ooh. How exciting. All of my bullshit business meetings, all of the snips and snouts and tails and ends that I got to deal with throughout the fall, it's going to be so easy. So easy. Not just easy, harmonious. Because Libra is the sign of the scales, harmony, beauty, empathy, right? And Venus is connected to Libra. So Venus retrograde, it's like, wait, what are you doing? Venus retrograde is going to teach us, what are you doing that's preventing you from living your life like this? Ooh. Ooh. I love my life. I mean, every single thing, right? Okay. So we're going to keep doing this forever and ever, or at least for as long as it took for us to, with each grape, feel anxiety about what needs to be done drift away, a certainty about the fruits of our labors that we now get to enjoy through this season. And look, part of enjoying fruit is peeling it or dicing it or turning it into a cobbler. So it's not like you just have to like eat the whole thing whole. It's like, I got my fruit, I eat it. No, we can caress it and enjoy it. Oh, yeah. You're good for weird. But we're good. Okay. Then as you're ready, you can set your grapes down. And then I'm just checking. Yeah, no, so we don't have to actually burn these intentions because they're just little notes. They're notes to help you remember. And there's a promise on there that you promise to enjoy the fruits of your labor and do your maintenance like you're eating grapes or being fed grapes, right, through the whole season. Now, all I want you to do is just come back, and we're going to do a little practice of just feeling the energies within you and noticing, have they shifted at all since we first started? Even subtly, just noticing whatever shifted. And then feel the energies around you. Feel the charge in the air. The cross quarters, the equinoxes and solstices are said to be times when the veil is thin between this world and the other side. So when we open sacred space, the veil becomes even more thin. So if there's anybody that you love or want to connect to in spirit, anybody who's passed on or who you miss, or even anybody who's still alive that you just really want to connect to and honor, just connect to them right now and honor the fall and honor them. Thanking them, wishing them well, wishing them balance and harmony and peace. Feel your ancestors close to you. And if you feel them a little close and want them to come closer, tell them to come closer. They can't come to you unless you call to them. They are always loving you, but if you don't reach out to them, then they don't want to fucking spook you. So let them know if you're okay, that they can come closer and make their presence known to you. And notice any thoughts or words or feelings that you have. Just stay super connected. And then in this moment where we honor the equinox, pausing to acknowledge the moment of equal light, equal dark, equal day, equal night. We just pause to also acknowledge the forces in life of light and dark, highs and lows, yin and yang, masc and fem. And we pause to honor and remember that balance is the truth, trans is the truth, as I always say. That here nor there is neither, right? Both hands is the way. And that in the equinox, we honor this principle by knowing that whether we're on a high or a low, we're going to be on the other side of things at some point. And if we live long enough, we see enough highs and lows to remember that there is like a sweet spot in the middle. So the Libra equinox is a great chance to honor that sweet spot in the middle. Gently press your hands together again and feel that balance of right and left. And feel that line of energy that's created right in your heart, going right into your heart. And almost bisecting. Yeah, no, thank you guys. Bisecting right through your body. And I want you to notice that very clear line in between your body. And now I want you to notice that that line is light. And that as you look closer at it, it dissolves into light until there is no difference between the right and the left. It's all just light. Affirming this truth, the highest good of all, honoring this equinox, thanking the archangels of the elements, the cardinal direction, the ancestors, the ancient ones, the Orishas, all of you beautiful guides and guardians and spirits that came through this space today to work with us. Please stay close with us and work with us for as long as is needed in your highest good. Thank you, Equinox. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Father Sky. Thank you to all of you beautiful beings who joined us today to do this weird, wonderful, wacky thing. I love you so much. I would be so bored without you. I would have no reason to show up. So thank you for giving me an endless incentive to stay in balance. These videos, thank you. So let's take a deep breath in. I'm gonna give a little om or a hum. And so it is, and you can declare that nice and loud, and so it is. Good Mabon to you. Happy fall, everyone. These videos will be up on Instagram for 24 hours at ediblespirit.com/live. I guess on Facebook for however long they let me keep them there. Ooh, what did you say? Oh, I love you guys. Stay in touch. Follow me on... go to ediblespirit.com, join the mailing list. Follow youtube.com/ediblespirit to get updates for all of these streams. And check us out on Instagram at EdibleSpirit. Happy frickin' Equinox! I love you. Enjoy your grapes. Luxuriate for as long as you want. Feel these vibes. It's okay to try to dissolve a little bit today. I woke up and could barely focus on anything because the veil was so frickin' thin. So luxuriate as much as possible, right? Keep this energy of harmony, balance, gentle, luminous extravaganza radiation so that you pull in gentle, luminous extravaganza radiation. One of the reads from the Elements of Spirit, the weekly readings that we do also, every Wednesday, one of the reads this week was I receive what I want by giving it. Right? So, like, be amazing and you'll get amazing. And how do you be amazing? Love whatever is not fucking fucked up right now. And let it expand because you're gorgeous. And in truth, you're fucking delicious. Okay. I love you guys. I love you so much. Happy Equinox. Finito. Happy Equinox, cuties. I love you. Bye.